Can we talk about school segregation? Before Brown versus Board of Education in 1954, many southern and border states had explicit school segregation, but even where cities couldn't legally zone neighborhoods by race, officials found another way. They moved the schools. In 1928, Austin, Texas adopted a master plan that admitted racial zoning was unconstitutional. So instead of zoning, the city created an incentive to draw black residents to the east side by relocating all segregated black schools and public services there. If African American families wanted their children educated, they had to move. In Wheatsville, an integrated neighborhood that was 16% black in 1930, the city shut down the black school in 1932. By 1950, the black population had dropped to 1%. Then came more inducements. A segregated library, park, high school, and Rosewood Courts, a public housing project for black residents, all placed on the east side. Once black families were consolidated there, municipal services declined. Streets were unpaved, sewers clogged, zoning rules weren't enforced, industrial facilities moved in. This wasn't accidental. In Indianapolis, the school board relocated a prestigious white high school to an exclusive white neighborhood, then built a new black high school near a glue factory and the city dump. In Raleigh, middle class black neighborhoods like Idlewild and College Park were dismantled after the school board moved black schools to the far southeast. Meanwhile, new, well equipped white schools were built in developing white suburbs. In Atlanta, even after racial zoning was struck down in court, school closures and construction followed segregation maps. White schools were moved to the northern suburbs, black schools were placed in designated black zones. Board minutes even recorded giving white families 1 year to sell their homes before a school was turned over to the Negroes. And in Houston, many neighborhoods were integrated at the start of the 20th century. Black and white schools sometimes sat on the same block, but in the 1920s and 30s, the school board built modern white schools on the west side and constructed new black schools in southern and northeastern areas to push black families there. They even placed a new black hospital near the relocated high school as an added incentive. Every decision about black schools considered one thing: avoid proximity to white neighborhoods. A historian studying these patterns concluded that Houston school building programs preserved segregation long after Brown declared it unconstitutional. So when we talk about segregated schools, we often focus on the court decisions, but we also need to talk about the map because schools just didn't reflect segregation in many cities, they created it.